Turf Business TV are joined now by Daniel Lightfoot. Daniel, we're on the Syngenta stand here, and as always, it's an impressive and visually imposing place to be. You work very hard on that, but you've got some important stuff that you want to talk to people about, because lots of things are changing in the availability of the tools that groundsmen and greenkeepers have at their disposal now.
Yeah, I think they're changing for the better. We're seeing older chemistry disappear and really new, exciting chemistry come, but with those changes becomes a need for a change in approach, and I think that change in approach is what we're trying to convey today about how we help people with that change in approach and what they need to do. So that's what the stand's mainly about.
So from what I've gleaned looking around, it's more about solving a problem before it might happen, or preventing a problem ever happening.
I think preventing is a really good word, because that's what it's all about. It's about a preventative approach. The change in chemistry means that though new products work much better as a preventative outfit, as a group of products, and so that's what we're really trying to. And I think that's a really different way of doing it than what people are used to, and I think we need to help with the education of that. We have the tools and we have the products, but I don't think that's the major issue. It's about how we can help course managers, turf managers, and how we can educate them and support them to kind of deliver the right products and the right results for the customers.
And that's all about the planning, I assume.
Yeah.
And you've got a tool here that
I think
demonstrates it.
Yeah, because when I was a course manager, I kind of always thought that I did a good job of planning all my fertiliser applications and planning my bunker constructions, but I wasn't really good and didn't really feel like I did a good job of planning all my chemical applications, and probably of all the ones, probably needs the most thought because it's the most technical. Yep. And so therefore what we really wanted to do was put a kind of a poster that we can put up on the wall, because it's visual and all the staff can see it, and then you can plan it out and think about it and look at it and also reflect on it at the end of the year, review it and see, did that really work? And so we just kind of put that together, and hopefully it's a real support tool for the course manager to do a better job for the guys playing on the sport.
So Daniel, here on the stand you've got kind of a visual representation, a big graphic here that we can see behind us, that shows how that might work.
Okay, so what we've got on the wall here is a large version of our Syngenta Proactive Fungicide Calendar, and I just want to kind of go through how it works and how to get the best out of it. So you can see that it's split into 3 sections, and with those 3 sections, we've kind of split it in date order. And then at the top here, you've got all the diseases that you're likely to face with, kind of when they're likely to be apparent. And at the bottom here we have all of our suite of products, and then the middle bit, which is probably the bit that's most interesting, is how we kind of when we apply the fungicides and how we kind of get the best out of them. So if you just look through this at the start, one of the key problems we've had with a lot of turf managers over the last couple of years has been anthracnose, and so generally that kind of comes in around August time. So you have a kind of image of it here, and then we just put that here. And so when we're discussing with course managers and when you're thinking about putting a plan together, what we really want to think is, okay, if I'm going to get anthracnose here, what do I need to apply, and what's the best product, and when's the best time to get it on? So let's assume that we take Headway, which is a fantastic product for anthracnose control. We can then start building a plan where we put this on here in advance of that. And also, as you can see here, there's a couple of extra tabs for maintenance week. It will probably, with maintenance week being on some golf courses at the end of August, then we can have some really good disease control in advance. So you're already starting to build a plan. As you see, if you go further into the year, generally around this kind of time, a lot of golf courses in the UK get microdocium patch, and so we've got an image of it here, and generally it comes in around here, and you've got the kind of disease notification part as well. If you want to make any additional notes, you can put that on. So then you kind of start thinking and looking at the bottom of what products are best suited to microdocium. And so then if it comes in around here, our new product, Instrata Elite, is fantastic. As I think I said earlier, it's important to have a preventative approach. So start thinking about putting your plan together in advance of these problems occurring, so you can get the best out of the product and the best sports surfaces for your customers. And so then we can look through it as it builds through this really high peak disease pressure time at putting a plan together that will really get the best out of the surfaces, and also try and use as least fungicide as possible but achieve the results that you want. So hopefully everybody can use a product like this and a poster like this to be able to kind of plan their strategy for the year. And every golf course, every turf situation is different. Some don't have anthracnose, some don't get microdocium, but they may get some fairy ring. And so that fairy ring's something to think about. So for fairy ring, you might want something different and a different product. So it's really flexible. It allows you a lot of opportunity to plan what you're doing, and hopefully it can support the process of just doing the best for your turf.
That's great. I mean, that really does bring across to us what the process should be and how people can think about it. If you were going to pull out and sum up that process in just a few words, have you got a catchy little way of putting it across?
Well, I think you can see up on the stand it says plan, do, review. And I think what we've looked at is providing the plan where you assess your characteristics of your golf course or your football stadium or your turf in general, and then you look at putting all the things in place with all the information we've given you, and then looking back at the end and reviewing it. I think, plan, do, review. I kind of like that. It's kind of short, and it gives a good overview of what we're trying to achieve.
So people adopt that methodology. You've got your wall chart that's being handed out here at the show. There are other tools available for them?
Yeah, we've got the Greencast Turf app, which is fantastic because although the poster's a planning tool, you've still got to technically apply it in the right way and apply the products in the right way. So if you use the app, it tells you the best way to actually apply the product. So it's kind of the practical bit on top of the planning.
Great. Well, Daniel, fascinating as always to catch up with you guys. Good visuals there for us, and we look forward to seeing you at future shows.
No, it's been brilliant. Thank you very much.